Greetings, Guardians of Dominion. Zeus here with another thrilling video. This is my fourth video today, and we've arrived at Chapter 4, Dangerous Shadows. This one's going to be especially exciting, because I made a critical mistake during the boss fight. And still managed to win. Stick around to see what went wrong, how I adapted, and what you can learn from it to crush this chapter with confidence. To unlock Chapter 4, Dangerous Shadows, you'll need to reach 100 buffs. If you've already hit 50 from previous chapters, that means you'll need 110 additional picks to make it to the requirement. Don't worry, we'll calculate the total number of picks needed to reach the totem fragment by the end of the run. Now let's head into the hero stall to prepare for the first battle. The first heroes I chose were Zeus and Nebula, a strong physical combo. However, keep in mind that Yasmine awaits as the final boss in this chapter. That makes teams like Corvus and Morrigan or the classic Helios and Orion very effective counters due to their ability to shut her down. For this run, I decided to go with Corvus and Morrigan. After refreshing the hero stall, I got lucky and picked up an additional Corvus Morrigan pack. For my final hero, I aimed to secure Lyria. With 4 heroes in place, I entered the first battle titled Ash and Silence. Even with a smaller team, the strategy paid off. I won the battle and earned 40 stall coins to invest into future upgrades. Heading back to the hero stall to prepare for the second battle, I found 3 solid options: a Zeus and Nebula pack, a Corvus and Morrigan pack, and Lyria available individually. I started by purchasing the Zeus and Nebula pack, then picked up Lyria to strengthen my team. Since I didn't have enough stall coins left, I pinned the Corvus and Morrigan pack to buy after my next victory. With 5 heroes now ready, Corvus, Morrigan, Lyria, Zeus, and Nebula, I entered the second battle, titled Flaming Circle. The team performed flawlessly, and I didn't lose a single hero. The reward for the win was 40 more stall coins, pushing me forward with solid momentum. Heading back to the hero stall to prepare for the third battle, I started by purchasing the Corvus and Morrigan pack that I had pinned earlier. After that, I found Lyria available again, but I only had 11 stall coins, just one short of what I needed to buy her. So, I pinned Lyria to secure her for the next round. With my current lineup, I moved on to the third battle, titled King of Rage. This fight can be a bit tricky, it demands good timing and synergy, but I managed to pull off the win. As a reward, I received 60 stall coins, giving me the boost I needed to strengthen the team before the next stage. To prepare for the fourth battle, I returned to the hero stall with 71 stall coins. The first thing I did was purchase the Lyria I had pinned earlier. Then I saw Morrigan available and picked her up as well to keep her development progressing. After refreshing the stall twice, Lyria showed up again, and I grabbed one more level. On the next refresh, I came across Isaac and decided to purchase him. One of the upcoming battles includes 2 Orions, so I figured having Isaac ready might come in handy as a counter to magic damage. With that, I proceeded to the fourth battle, titled Contemplating the Void. The team held strong once again, and I walked away with a successful win, earning 60 stall coins as a reward. Preparing for the fifth battle, I headed back to the hero stall. There were 2 Corvus copies available, along with Nebula. I also saw a Lyria and Kira pack, but since I didn't need Kira for this chapter, I skipped that option. I purchased Corvus twice and picked up Nebula. After 2 more refreshes, Lyria appeared again, and I also spotted a 2-level Nebula pack, but unfortunately, I didn't have enough stall coins to buy it, so I pinned it for later. I moved on to the battle called Flower Folk, where I faced an Ishmael tank team, and this time, I lost. But the loss wasn't entirely bad. Losing a life at the fifth battle rewards you with 90 stall coins, which gave me another opportunity to regroup. Back in the hero stall, I used the coins to purchase Nebula again, along with a Dew and 2-level Nebula pack. That brought Nebula to just 1 level away from max. At that point, I still had 44 stall coins left, but I got a bit distracted and proceeded to the battle without further upgrades. Luckily, the team pulled through. This time, I won the fight and received another 90 stall coins as a reward. Heading back to the hero stall to prepare for the 6th battle, I had 134 stall coins to work with. After refreshing the stall, I found a Dew and Nebula pack. Purchasing it allowed me to fully max out Nebula, and I picked up another Dew right after to keep building his levels. On the next refresh, Lyria appeared, and I bought her as well. Shortly after, I came across a Lyria and Kira pack. Since I didn't need Kira for this chapter, I pinned the pack, just in case I ran into trouble finding Lyria again later. One more refresh brought up a Corvus and Morrigan pack, which I immediately purchased, to strengthen my front line for the upcoming fight. With the team ready, I moved into the 6th battle, titled Flowers and Skulls. The setup worked perfectly, and I secured another win, earning 90 stall coins as a reward. Next, I returned to the hero stall to prepare for the final battle before facing the boss. At this stage, with most of my heroes already maxed out, pets began appearing in the stall, adding a new layer of decisions. I started by purchasing the Lyria and Kira pack I had pinned earlier. I picked up Kira just to be safe. I wasn't entirely sure if I'd be able to max Lyria in time. That turned out to be a smart move, because after refreshing, Lyria showed up again, and I was finally able to max her out. From there, I began focusing on pets. I purchased Fenris, then added Vex and Chorus to my team. After 2 more refreshes, I saw Corvus and Oliver appear. I had enough stall coins to buy Oliver, but not Corvus, so I pinned Corvus and also pinned Albus for future consideration. Feeling confident with my progress, I moved into the battle titled Ancient Challenger. Facing 2 Orions on the enemy team was intimidating, but my setup held strong, and I pulled off another win. The victory earned me 90 stall coins, setting the stage for the upcoming boss fight. Now it was time to prepare for the final boss fight. Since I had 1 unused life, I received 90 additional stall coins, bringing my total to 185. I began by purchasing Corvus and Albus, both of which I had pinned earlier. Next, I picked up Cain, thinking I might pair him with Nebula for extra synergy. After refreshing the stall, Axel appeared, and I added him to the roster as well. But here's where things started to go off track. I got distracted and mistakenly thought I was about to face a battle with 2 Orions, not the actual final boss. Because of that, I purchased 3 levels of Isaac, thinking he would be the perfect counter. Then, without double checking, I proceeded straight into the battle. And this was a big mistake. In the heat of the moment, I placed Isaac instead of Morrigan in the lineup, completely changing the intended team synergy. The team I ended up with was Corvus with Oliver, Lyria with Fenris, Isaac with Axel, Dew with Vex, Nebula with Cain, Team Pet, Chorus. Now, let me be clear, don't repeat this mistake. If you plan to use this team structure, make sure to use Morrigan instead of Isaac for this boss fight. Surprisingly, I still managed to win. To be honest, once I saw Yasmine pop up, and she instantly took out Corvus, I thought the battle was lost. But somehow, the rest of the team held together and pulled off a victory I wasn't expecting. And there you have it, Guardians, Chapter 4, Dangerous Shadows complete. This chapter lived up to its name, with tighter team compositions, more pet choices, and a boss fight that demanded both preparation and flexibility. Even with a major mistake in my final setup, swapping out Morrigan for Isaac, I was able to adapt and push through to victory. That's the beauty of this event, it rewards planning, but it also gives room for resilience when things go sideways. Now I want to hear from you. How did your Chapter 4 run go? Did you build a different team? Did you face the same boss surprise with Yasmine? Drop your experience in the comments. I love hearing your strategies and ideas, and they might just help someone else power through their run. If this video helped you in any way, don't forget to like it, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you're always first to see what's coming next. We've still got more chapters ahead, and each one brings new challenges and rewards. Until next time, stay sharp, stay focused, and never fear a shadow. Salute and friendship, Guardians.